lovelies, and welcome to another Junk Journal January video. So today I'm going to be covering opaque. Now I've got a few goodies here ready, but I thought we'd look up the dictionary definition, and there's two actually. One which I didn't know. So opaque, the one that's most obvious is preventing light from travelling through, therefore not transparent or translucent. So yes, that's what I thought the only meaning of opaque was, and I'm going to do that in one of the journals. But the other meaning, and we can actually utilise this in junk journaling as well. So opaque, difficult to understand or know about, especially because things have been intentionally kept secret. So you could do a bit of secret journaling. I'm going to make a spot for some secret journaling, and then the cover of that is opaque. So we've got two meanings there. I thought that was interesting. I started looking this up because when we did December dailies, and I was looking up the meanings of the carols, I found it really interesting. So yeah, I thought I'd have a look at that, and I'm glad I did, because it's come up with another idea for me. So let's start with this one. I've already chosen my page because it's opaque. It's got some opaqueness to a certain extent. So this page, I've put some white gesso over the top, and you can see that you sort of get an idea something's underneath it. Could make that a lot thicker, and so that has a certain element of opacity to it. But I thought then, what other things would we use in junk journaling that you could class as opaque? And so I've come up with a few things. Here I have got, and one of my favourites, so here I've got some tissue paper, but it's actually a pattern, so from Patterns When You Make Your Own Clothes, and they have some interesting arrows and sizings and things like that. Now I generally would use this if I'm not altogether happy with the background. I don't mind it showing through, but I don't want it to be glaringly obvious. And also, if I'm wanting something to look a bit more vintage, I would use this as well. So I thought what I've got here is this bright green envelope. I'm going to cut that up. We can use it in this because it's too big for what we need here. Let's get rid of that half, and let's see. I think I'm going to glue that down first. So I hope you're all well. We're doing okay, thank you. And thank you to everybody that's supported us on our Ko-fi shop. That's much appreciated. There are some more journals coming up. Some are sold. And what am I thinking here? Do we want actually going to put that as a little tip in, I think. So first of all, I'm just, I'm fighting with my glue. I'm just going to get a bit of glue paper here, and let's put some glue stick on there. Obviously, if you were doing a Brights journal, children's journal, that sort of theme, then you might be quite happy to leave this bright green envelope as is. Let me just let me move that because it's stopping it being flat. So I'm just going to use my bone folder there. I think I want a bit more actually. I quite like this with the lines on. really quite nice. So let's stick that on there. You don't have to smooth it out completely. If you want it to look more rough, you can put the creases in purposefully if you want. I've not done that big enough, have I? Let's get some more. Now, in a way, you could say this is more translucent, transparent. We can see through it. Not probably giving you that opacity that you want it. If you want something really, really covering up what you've got. So let's just trim that off. But I wanted to give you a few ideas. I quite like that hanging down there, so I'm going to use that. Okay, and where's our... It's a bit at the minute because it's... Right, get some tape out. Some tape. I'm just going to see if it will let us, yes, do a little. Right, so we'll move that over there. I'll put some more down that side. So that gives us a bit of a dulling down of that colour, doesn't it? Let's make sure we've got some tape on the other side. Okay. Now, also what I've got here is I've got these little cupids that came in the Daphne's Diary I've just bought. And also what I like to do, I think I've spoken about this before, is have a little tuck spot from around, or like in this case, it's this little cupid. There we go. And I want to tuck something in there. Let's have a look in our little... let's have a look what we've got in here. Oh, that's so cute. It's got a little letter there, my itty bitties. So we'll just put that on there. So can you see that instead of it being bright green, it's dulled it down somewhat. Obviously you could put 2 layers on if you want it to be a bit more deadened than that. Okay, so the other side, I'm thinking, this is the inside of bank envelope. They always have those really nice insides. So something else we can use that gives us that opacity. I'm sure it's opacity and not opaqueness. I'm sure it is. And this gives us a better coverage. So let me tear down that. Do I want that all covered up. No, I just want to cover up that bottom section. So let me just use my improvise a bit. That's rubbish tearing, Catherine. Rubbish. But you'll get the idea. And it's not rocket science. I'm not, probably you'd already thought about these things. I'm just going to put a bead of glue down there so we can get things inside. Okay. So we can do that with, I'll put a little bit of glue down there. So we can have different thicknesses of tissue paper. I mean, essentially, this pattern paper, this pattern paper for making garments is essentially tissue paper. But that, you know, you can get different coloured ones depending on what look you're wanting to achieve. Okay, so let's see. What is our... We better not put a bird or anything over there. We don't want our Cupid shooting anything, do we? Oh, do they shoot into the sunshine? Oh, I don't know. I don't put a person there now either. I know. I've got a bow. I like that. We will put that bow on. So, in junk journaling, really, you either want to cover the background, and the media you use depends on what you want to do with that background after. So, underneath here, I wanted to perhaps paint something on there. It provides a very good preparation surface. Does the gesso. You can get it clear or you can get black, and it prepares the surface. Now you can do it a lot thicker than that, or you can do it like I've done it and still have some of the words showing through. So you'd use it for preparing your surface. In this case, you can use it to cover a background you're not particularly fond of. And sometimes when we buy these paper packs, we don't like every single one. And, you know, we want to still use the card, but we're not fond of the background. So, yeah, we can use a different thickness of tissue to cover that over, so that you are actually deadening the background. Also, for embellishment, if you want to make something look more vintage. So there's a couple of ideas in that book. Let me bring out our concertina one now. So let's see what I've got here now for this. Not sure which, nothing on here. So in actual fact, right, we'll use this page because something else we can use that gives us an opaque finish is bubble wrap. Quite a lot more see-through than other things. You might say it's not really that opaque. It's more giving you a transparent look. But I think it's thick enough. So I'm just going to glue this down. And again, I'm using this because I don't like how these two, you know, it's scraps. I've made this book out of scraps. I don't like how these fit together. To me, they don't flow that well. And therefore, I'm going to dull that down a bit. The other thing is that sometimes if you've got a really detailed pattern on it, that gives you more opacity than others. And I really like using bubble wrap. I use it for a lot of stuff. I love it. You just want to keep feeling the texture. Okay, I've got a bit of an old envelope here. Now, I was searching for other things, other materials in my stash. And I found this, and this is quite, oh, look at that. That's got a really good opaque feel. And this is something out of a, see, I quite like that on there. Rather than it be, let's stick the envelope down first. So I have here, I'm going to cut this down a bit. Oh, let me rip it. So I'm just going to stick, can you see how our envelopes have a lot of this blue middle? Stick that down and prepare the top. Okay. So, going by the second definition, a bit of secret, something's hidden, a bit more of a secret journaling situation. I'm going to put this pocket on, and then we're going to put some paper in there to do some hidden journaling. Now, where's my fold? I'm going to put this over this side because I really don't like this blue on this page. So I'll put that there, and we can put some hidden journaling in there. Actual fact, I can put that then in that corner. Now there's loads of ways of doing hidden, making hidden tuck spots, hidden journaling spots. But I just wanted to show the other meaning of it. Okay, now also you can create some opacity by using some fabric. Now, no, I don't think that makes it look any better. But having said that, I also want to make an opaque spot here so that we've got two separate areas. I think you can see that. Sorry, I'm nearly crafting on my knee. Okay. So there we've used the fabric, and obviously declaration of love there, but we want it to be opaque from the general public seeing it. I like that. And we're going to put something else in there. Now I've got this, and I am debating. See, I really don't like that blue there, so I think you're all right, darling. It's David having a coughing fit. Get all sorts of sound effects in this on this channel. That's better. That's better. Can you see that's made a big difference? Big difference to that blue. You can still get a hint of it showing. Now, do I want to cover that up? No, I'm okay with that. We'll leave that as that. Okay, so I want to get going to put today's date on, so tell you what, I'm going to put some secret journaling on there, and it's one of my favourite poems from William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud, a host of golden daffodils. It's not stuck very well, has it, on that? I might have to use 3 in 1 because it's sticking on the bubble wrap. So we have got secret journaling under there. We've got, this is providing opaque covering for that little poem. It's a love poem we're sending. We've got this lovely bubble wrap on there, and I like that page a lot more now. Now I feel like I perhaps want, a butterfly or something. I've got something floral. That's nice. We'll have that. Let me just get rid of a bit more of this edge. Okay. My glue's gunked up now, look. Let me use this one. I don't know whether to put that there or where. Don't know where to put it now. What's this under here? Oh, it's another Cupid. Do you want another Cupid on there? Actually, she looks quite nice on there, doesn't she? We'll put her on. I was looking for a butterfly, but she's next best thing. How did I do? How? Let's stuff it there. I don't want to cover the flowers up too much. That's it. I like that better now. So I'm a lot happier with this page now because I feel as if it's more cohesive. I brought the elements together by affecting how the background looks. Why I put loading different papers, different elements, different thicknesses to give you that opaque look. So hope I have given you some ideas today. I'm going to start coughing now. And yeah, let me know how you're doing with your Junk Journal January, and I'll see you next video. Bye for now.